What is a summary of the lesson? He takes us back to his childhood when he was young, around 9 years. They were having this for a month and they were claiming it that it was their horse. The story is very adventurous. Let's look at few of the question and answers that you can expect. How did he feel to see Murad sitting on the horse? Type 2 will be your long answer. It's a contrast between a reality and experience. Hello students, welcome to the Prep School English classes. My previous lesson, The Portrait of the Lady. I hope you have watched and learned the lesson as well. For the ones who have not done it, a sweet reminder that you're going to do it today. Please get connected and linked to the description box. Today's lesson, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. Your chapter 1 from your snapshot textbook. So, what is the lesson all about? Before I run you through the lesson, I need your complete attention through the session. So, what is that I'm going to discuss today? I will be discussing about the author, the title, the theme and the significance and the moral and the character, what is a summary of the lesson, the question and answers and conclusion. So these are few of the things that in today's session I will be discussing. So who is the author of this lesson? Sir William Saroyan. Now Sir William Saroyan, he was an American novelist, a playwright and a dramatist. What does he tell us in the story? He takes us back to his childhood when he was young, around 9 years. He tells us how he lived in a world of imagination, dreaming that life was everything to do with dreams and he wanted life to be delightful and lovely. So moving forward, let's have an overview of the lesson. So when I tell you all the overview, what are the few things that is connected in this lesson? The first one is, what is the story about? The story is very adventurous, it's very interesting and it explores love and passion. So the story is an interesting and adventurous story which involves love and passion. The next one, what is the importance, what is the significance of the story? It symbolizes beauty, freedom and wealth. As you read through, it is very evident what is it about beauty, wealth and freedom. Next, what is the theme of the story? The theme is redemption through action. Now what is redemption? Redemption means coming out of the sins that you have already committed. So the story is adventurous. It gives us love. It expresses passion and the importance here is it symbolizes freedom, love and wealth and it gives us an idea of redemption through action. What is the irony? Now irony is a literary word that is used in prose and poetry. Irony means it is a contrast between reality and experience. It's a contrast between a reality and experience. So here you see there is stealing of a horse which is just not possible because the one who steals the horse lives in a family of complete honesty. So what is not possible, it is being a contrast, is seen here. So that is the irony of the story. Moving forward, what is the moral? What is that you learn out of the story? You should never steal. Whenever you steal, you are also in problem and you put others also in problem. So stay away from stealing. Lastly, how do you conclude? At the conclusion, what is that you understand? It portrays the effect of stealing. Once you steal something or once you start lying, what are the effects of it? So understand the irony, moral and the conclusion of the story. Moving forward, let's see the characters of the story. As you all know, every story has got few characters. So let's see who are the characters in this story that the story revolves around. So moving to the characters, the first one is Aram. Aram is the narrator himself. He was 9 years old, known for being very studious, well-disciplined and well-mannered. So, Aram is the narrator, a very studious boy. And how old was he? He was 9 years. Followed by Murad. Who is Murad? Murad is the cousin brother of Aram. So, both of them are cousin brothers. But Murad is a character by himself. Everybody looks at him as the naughtiest and the craziest boy in their clan. So Murad is around 13 years and he is known for his naughtiness. So these two children are the cousin brothers. The next character is their uncle, Uncle Khosrow. He is known as Uncle Khosrow, a tall man, well built but very loud, impatient, too very strict, roars for everything. So, he was not a man to be easy with. And all the characteristics of Khosrow is being taken over by Murad. Alright? So, Khosrow is the uncle to Aram and Murad. He is tall but angry and very loud. Moving forward, there is a family friend, John Byroe. Now, John Byroe is a very sweet person. He owns a horse farm, a very simple man, lot of patience he has. It is from his farm that Aram and Murad have stolen a beautiful white horse. The story is all about that. So, John Byroe is a family friend of this clan and he is a man of patience. Moving forward, you will get to see Garoglannian tribe. Now, what is a Garoglannian tribe? It is a community to which all of them belong to. It is an Armenian community. In detail, you will know about the tribe, but for now, they were for ages, for centuries. They were known for trust and honesty. They were the hallmarks of sincerity. Hallmark means it is a tag. The last character of the story is this beautiful white horse. He is just a part of the story. So, a beautiful white horse. So, you know the characters now. Aram and Murad, who are the cousin brothers, Uncle Khosrow, and the family friend John Byroe. They belong to the Armenian community of Garoglannian tribe, and then there is a horse also involved in this story. So moving forward, what is the summary of the story? The summary of the beautiful white horse. Whenever you think of a summer for children, it is a holiday season, isn't it? So what happens during the holidays? Everybody come out of their routine schedule and they try to explore so many things. They try to learn a lot. Some might be good, few could be bad. Yes? So, Summer of a Beautiful Horse is about two boys, how they spent that summer with a beautiful white horse. Dear children, all your lessons in prose are quite long. When I say long, it is for 6, 7, 8 pages. And if you expect me that I need to read each line and explain, it will be too long and it's going to be very boring for you all. But one thing is for sure, the lessons are simple and very interesting to a reader. By saying this, what is that I want to tell you all? Please open the textbook and read the lesson. What I cover in your sessions here is only the important parts of what is required for you to know when it pertains to the summary of the lesson. For example, today I am going to teach you all this. I will be touching upon the introduction. I'll be talking about the Garglonian tribe and the beginning. How does the story begin with? And then what is Aram's instant thoughts? What are the common feeling between the boys? How was their horse ride? There are few textbook pages where I will specifically tell you all that you need to read and understand. And then what is the tension of the boys that they went through in this lesson? This is repeated. And then the conversation between the characters of the story. And lastly, what is the conclusion? See, nothing has got connection from one to the other. But what am I trying to tell you? I am trying to relate the story about what are all this under this underlying points. So once again, I repeat that whatever I say today here in the session is not final, that has to stop you there and think that, you have learnt everything. It is important for you to read your textbook because something which is missed out in this class, you will be able to pick it up. And of course, prose. Your prose textbook is meant for literature reading. So let me take you through the lesson. To start with, let's start with the introduction. So I have told you all the story deals with the author's childhood. Also, the story is very humorous, adventurous, interesting and ironical too. It deals with two boys from the Armenian community. What did they do? They go against the values of their race. What was their value? It was sincerity and honesty. So this being the introduction, let me tell you all in detail about the Garglonian tribe. So what is this tribe? They are the Armenian tribe back in 11th century. Honesty was the only thing that ran in their blood. Honesty, more than anything, more than wealth, more than their identity, they were known for honesty. Once they were the richest in the world, one of the richest families in the world, and they were struck by poverty and they lost out a lot of, assets and wealth. Now, they did not have money for their daily activities, but that did not stop them in being sincere towards their life. Hard work and sincerity is what they would breathe. So, sincerity, trust was in their root. You have to know Garglonian tribe. You will have a question about which tribe did the boys belong to. What was the speciality about that tribe? Write in detail. So please have a look at it, jot down the points and be prepared that you can expect a question. Moving forward, let's see what is the story all about. Now, Murad has stolen a white horse. I told you all, Murad, who is 13 years, very, very naughty, is very crazy about a lot of things. So he has stolen a white horse. Now, Aram is not able to believe his eyes that he has done such a job. Okay, because Aram was very sure that because of poverty, Murad could not afford to buy a horse. So what is the next option? The next option is that he would have stolen it. So it was unbelievable for Aram. Now, they were having this for a month and they were claiming it that it was their horse. For a month, they were using the white horse. The actual owner, I told you in the character, who was the actual owner? John Byro. Now, he was the actual owner. When he saw the horse with the children, he himself could not believe that the lost horse, whichever he was looking for, the children had it. Why did he not believe? Because that was how the family was looked for their sincerity and honesty. I told you all the hallmark of that family was honesty. So the story is all about this. Two boys end up in stealing a horse from a farm. They use it for a month. They do it because they love to horse ride. They have the passion, they had the dream. So that is why they end up in stealing. And the irony is, the family which is meant for honesty and sincerity since centuries, the children have stolen it. So how does the story begin? Murad rides the horse to Aram. Aram is very amazed to see, and he thought he was dreaming. Now he doubts. Aram for sure doubts that Murad is not holding the horse, and there is something behind this story. So why does Aram think like that? Why does Aram think that it is not Murad's horse? Why does he think? Because they were living in poverty, and that is why he very clearly knew that Murad could not afford to buy a horse. But since Murad calls him, "Come over bro, let's go for a ride," he joins. Aram joins Murad for the horse ride. But both of them carry this guilt. What is the guilt? That horse does not belong to them. They have stolen it from somewhere, and that is not going well actually inside. But for the passion and the love they have towards horse ride, they are riding it, enjoying it, but some guilt runs in them. Moving forward, what were Aram's thoughts while he saw Murad with a horse? What were the thoughts of Aram's? Yes, the thought of Aram. Aram saw the horse very magnificent. He could hear it breathing, and he could even smell the horse. So he was very sure that it is not dreaming. It is a fact that his cousin brother has come to show him a white horse. He was very excited, and he was sure that he had nothing to do with the horse. That excitement was there with Aram. Why? It was a long dream that they wanted to have a horse. He wanted to ride a horse. So that excitement was there, but he knew that he and Murad had nothing to do with the horse. Now, he was surprised. It was strange that Murad buying a horse was out of question. So that was impossible. So he could not believe his eyes. So these were the thoughts of Aram when he saw Murad outside the window of his bedroom sitting on a white horse. It was unbelievable, and he knew that they had nothing to do with a horse. Due to poverty, it was impossible for Murad to buy the horse. So he was very sure, but deep inside he was excited that he could look, or he could feel, he could breathe, he could smell a beautiful horse. Moving forward, so the boys felt stealing a horse for a ride wasn't like stealing something else for money. They were very sure that they have done nothing wrong. Next, it wasn't stealing at all for them. They never thought that, it was something called as stealing for them until they wanted to sell it. They felt if they had to sell it for money, then they had stolen something. So this was the common feeling between Aram and Murad. Going forward, the location. Now, where did they live? Though it is not very important from the question and answer part of view, to connect the story for the horse ride, you need to know where did they live. They lived in the Walnut Avenue. Now, behind their house, it was a country vineyard. Now, here you need to understand that they were living in a village kind of a place, all right. So there was orchards, irrigation ditches, and counter roads were there. So that was where they were living, and that was where they had to ride their horse. Why is it important? Because in a busy city, whatever you're doing, you're not noticed. But in an isolated village, when you're doing some crazy things like this, the villagers, the people are going to look at you, isn't it? So this was the location. Now let's look at the horse ride. How did the horse ride start? Now 3 minutes they were out of the Olive Avenue. Now Olive Avenue was where they were staying. So within 3 minutes of their ride, they were out. Remember, Aram and Murad, both of them are sitting on the horse. Also remember, Murad was well-fledged. He knew how to ride a horse because he had practice. But for Aram, it was the first day. So within 3 minutes, they were out of the Olive Avenue. Now the horse began to trot. Trot is what? It speeded its run. Okay, the horse began to trot. The air was new and lovely to breathe. Why was it new? It was a new feeling for both the boys that they were actually riding a beautiful horse. So the air was new and lovely. The feel of the riding horse was so beautiful. Riding, more than riding, the horse running, that feel, sitting on the horse, and that feel was so very beautiful for them. Now Murad started to sing. So Murad started with his song. He was actually not singing, he was roaring. That means to say that he was like a loud boy, isn't it? He was not good at singing, but he wanted to show off on his stunt. So he started to roar rather than singing. Next, the horse ran as long as it felt like running. They never stopped the horse. The horse ran at its own speed. As long as it wanted to run, it was just running. Further, Murad decides to run alone. Now for Murad, he feels that enough of sitting with Aram. Let me show off myself riding the horse all alone. So Aram gets down and Murad runs the horse until and unless he is completely wet and drained, he comes back. So that is about the horse ride. So moving forward, Murad is riding the horse all alone. Aram is off the horse. There is a little tension ahead. So what is the tension? All fun was over before dawn. Remember, the boys were very free before sunrise because no people were around. Nobody woke up so early. Since it was a stolen thing what they were experimenting and they were exploring, they were all up very early and they were doing all this stuff. Things were all fine until the people were not around. Now what happened? Aram decides to ride. Murad comes back completely wet and dripping of sweat. Then Aram says, let me also ride. Yes, Murad gives the horse to Aram. Now understand that Aram is not good at all this stuff. So he starts riding and the horse just zooms. Aram falls down and then the horse gets into somebody's orchard, somebody's farm, a vineyard. Alright. So since Aram was not experienced, the horse ran so fast, Aram fell and the horse continued to run. So what happened ahead? So understand what was the tension the boys were going through. They were doing everything before dawn. Now since the horse ran away, it went off missing. Okay, how are they going to get it? People are going to be up. Everybody are going to see the horse. There will be question. So that tension started for the boys. So moving ahead, Murad was so very worried. They were so very worried that they started going in different direction to catch or to find the horse. So they went in search of the horse in different direction. After 1.5 hours of searching, just imagine the tension what the boys went through. After 1.5 hours of searching, they got the horse back. Now they have got the horse. What are they going to do with the horse? They can't take it home. They can't leave it, isn't it? They had to hide it because the town was already up. Now, where did they want to hide it? What did they do? So, they went and kept the horse in a deserted place and every day morning they would go and use it. Now, this is where I tell you all, please open page 5 and 6. There is a little conversation between Murad and Aram which you need to go through. So this was the tension the boys went through, but finally they got the horse. They have kept the horse in a deserted place and then every day morning they would go, they would take the horse out and they would play or they would explore. So this happened for few days. Next, you see there is a contrast between Murad and uncle. And the uncle Khosrow and Murad, there is a contrast. So what is the common things between them? Understand that Murad was a direct descendant of Uncle Khosrow. It happens in y'all also, right? Your parents or your grandmom, grandfathers will tell you resemble your uncle, or you have taken after your uncle, or all your characteristics or the way you look, you are just like your uncle or whoever. So in the similar way, there is a contrast, there is a difference, and there is a similarity between Murad and uncle. This is an important question, so pay your attention. What was it common? The first thing was their craziness. What was the first one? Both of them were crazy in their own words. And they were very dominating in nature. Very dominating means very loud. They wanted things to happen the way they wanted it to happen. For example, you see Murad here. When he wants Aram to come and sit on the horse, he has to do it. When he doesn't want Aram on the horse, he doesn't want him. So this is dominating character. Next, they use pet words and phrase to roar aloud. Roar aloud in the sense they are never being calm in a conversation. They want to, loudly speak and scream. So that was the third point. Now there is a small difference. They differ in their age and build. Of course, Murad was a small boy, but the uncle was, middle age. So in their age and build, they differ. Murad was an athletic and a young chap. He was very sporty. He was very strong as a child. So Murad was a young chap, but the uncle was middle age. So the build and the age was the next difference. Now, Murad was reasonable in conversation because he was still young. He didn't have so much of authority. So you can consider him that he was reasonable in his conversation. But the uncle was always in an irritated mood, always impatient. He would just want to shout and scream at everyone. So this was the fifth point. So dear children, this is an important question. What is the contrast or what is the similarity or what is the difference between Murad and Uncle Khosrow in the story, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse? That being said, what is the next one? Now, you have to read from the textbook. So this is just a summary what I told you. I told you all that the story is about the two Armenian boys who steal a horse and then they explore it. Who are the characters? What is the story connection? Now it is important that you open your textbook and refer few pages. There you see young robin bird, a small robin bird which had hurt himself. It was not able to fly. But you see that Murad is actually helping it out and helping the bird to fly. That means to say that Murad was an animal lover. So you just read that part from the textbook. And also there is a conversation between Uncle Khosrow and John Biro. John Biro comes to Uncle Khosrow's house, that is Murad Aram's house, and then tells them about how he has lost his horse and what is the pain he is going through, because that fetches him a lot of dollars. But as usual, uncle doesn't have patience to hear, so he shouts back to say, we have lost everything. All right, for you one horse is such a big thing. Just leave the place now. And you also see, the mother of the children also in between here. So just open the pages to read this conversation. It's important for you to know. And also, there is a conversation between Murad and Aram. Now, after John Biro tells about the lost horse from his farm to the uncle, Aram was at home. Okay, he listens to the conversation. That fear starts building, and he almost thought that he's going to be caught. So what happens? Soon after John Biro leaves, he runs in search of Murad, and then they have a conversation under a peach tree. That was when then Murad was sitting with a robin bird. So children, open your textbook and read this bit. Moving forward, let me just show you a few conversations between John Biro and the children, especially Murad. So what happens is, once John Biro was walking near his farm. He happens to encounter these children riding a white horse. So there is fear within these children. But John Biro was so very cool. Okay? He never thought that horse belonged to him because he had so much of trust in that family. So he couldn't even think that the children would have stolen his white horse. Rather, he thought that that horse was a twin of the horse which he had lost. So what is the conversation about? Let's have a look at it. I'll be off screen for a while. Please pay attention towards the screen and have a look at the conversation. A short conversation between John Biro and Murad. You see, John Biro with his brown horse near the farm encounters Murad and Aram. Aram is off the horse, but you see Murad hugging to the white horse. Good morning, John Biro, says Murad. Good morning, son of my friends. What is the name of your horse? Says John Biro. My heart, tells Murad. Lovely name. May I look into his mouth? Of course. The farmer looked into the mouth of the horse. Tooth for tooth, he said. I would swear it is my horse if I didn't know your parents. The fame of your family for honesty is well known to me. Yet the horse is a twin of my horse. A suspicious man would believe his eyes instead of his heart. Good day, my young friends. Good day, John Biro, says cousin Murad. That was the conversation between John Biro and the children Aram and Murad. You see John Biro near his farm with his brown horse, whereas he encounters the children. So Aram gets off the horse and Murad is hugging to his white horse. After the conversation, the children feel that what they are doing is wrong. They have stolen the white horse from John Biro's farm, and that was a wrongdoing. They are not supposed to be doing it. That doesn't go well with their family traits. They are very upset and disturbed. So what is that they are going to do? They go back, silently leave the horse back in the vineyard of John Biro without telling anybody. John Biro later in the next day morning finds the white horse and he is very pleased, but still does not suspect that the children had stolen his horse. So what happens? The boys, realizing their wrongdoing, silently leave the horse in the vineyard of John Biro, realizing that it is their wrongdoing. Further, they are so very sad to part with something which they really craved for, and since they could not afford to have it, they have left it back. Thus, they realize their mistakes. So this is a story of the summer of the beautiful white horse. Let's look at few of the question and answers that you can expect. Earlier, I did tell you all in my previous lesson, you will have two types of question. Type 1, short answer. Type 2 will be your long answer. Your long answer, which are for 6 marks, you need to elaborate, analyze, and then you need to write. So what is the short answer type of questions which are for 2 marks? Which tribe did Aram belong to? What was the image and the traits of that tribe? Who is John Biro? Write his characteristics, features. Why is it so difficult to believe that the horse was stolen? Describe Uncle Khosrow. Write the contrast between Uncle Khosrow and Murad. These are few of the short answer. What are the long answer questions which are for 6 marks? What is the role of Aram? What was his early morning experience with Murad? And this is very important, the summary of the lesson, the summer of the beautiful white horse. You can expect this. This is a repeated question, so you need to write down the summary for a word limit of 120 to 150 words. Next, the narrator, when he saw Murad, narrator is who? Aram. When he saw Murad in the early morning through the window, what was his expression, what was his thought, and how did he feel to see Murad sitting on the horse? So these are few of the questions that I have shown you here that should not stop you from going ahead to exploring what are the other kind of questions that you can expect. That's it for today. To conclude, I hope you found the lesson, the summer of the beautiful white horse, adventurous and interesting. This shouldn't stop you here. Open your textbook and read the lesson in between the lines thoroughly. Remember, respect your family culture and traditions always. See you in my next session, the photograph. Until then, all smiles to you. Bye-bye.